I'm early, but I don't know where I put. Okay, sorry y'all, I'm monkeying around with my Mevo because I was having trouble with it. Alright. Ah, there's one. I didn't know where any of my aprons were. I've been going back and forth to the storage, so Lord knows where my stuff is. Oh, hello, hello. How are y'all? And he shuts his door. Thank you, Ross. All right. Woo. Yay. Hold on. I'm trying to get my comments up. All I can see right now is a little tiny bit. Okay. Oh, and I gotta get my thing plugged in. Let's see here. Why in the world they made this little cord so small? I don't know, y'all. She is not feeling great, but I think she's starting to feel a little better. She definitely seems to have more energy today. She went with me to McDonald's, so that's a good sign, I think. Right? Okay. Where am I? Hold on. There I am. Ha! Now I can see. Okay. Yeah, she is feeling a little better. Alright, I gotta show y'all something. Look what I made today. Isn't that cute? Ha ha ha! I figured it out. I'm so excited. Alright. So I have a choice for y'all. So we have two options with this thing. We can put a styrofoam disc on the top and decorate it on the top, or we can put some styrofoam inside and decorate it from the bottom. So do we have any idea what we'd rather see? How y'all doing tonight? Y'all good? I got all kinds of fun stuff. And we're going to make a bow. Yes, a bow, a bow. I just grabbed some of my greenery and stuff like that. Yes. So this is kind of what we're going to use to make the bottom. So you want it upside down like this? Okay. Awesome. What did I get this for? I got this for when we make our little decorations. I can't even remember what I got it for now. Bottom. You got it. Because you know what? Almost everybody does it like this. Right? And that's cute. But let's do something a little different. Okay. So one thing you can do, let's see how tall it is. How wide is it? All right. Have y'all ever made any hats? Have you ever done any of the hats? You know, like a hat like this, except small. Ha ha ha! You can take these things and you can make hats. You get like a, and we're going to do this soon. So, you know, you get a little bit of a wider part and you put it on the cardboard, and then you cover this with material. And voila! Alright, that's not coming out. It would take an act of Congress to get that out. So, the reason I did that is because there's already some styrofoam in the bottom, but it's hard to get regular styrofoam in here. And what I was thinking, we do have a couple of elf legs. So we can either do like the elf legs and decorate all around the elf legs. I think that would be cute. Oh yeah, I'm telling y'all, we're gonna be doing some fun stuff. I'm excited. I got lots of plans. Okay. It's fun to decorate for Christmas because I was thinking it would be fun to show y'all stuff to do to take to craft fairs. So that's what kind of started it off in my mind. Okay, so I'm going to take these apart so I can make them separate. That way I'm not stuck with them being in the same spot. All right. Okay. There we go. Alright. So what we're going to do, I have all kinds of, yes, topsy-turvy, right. I have all kinds of little stuff. And we're going to kind of cover this a little bit because we don't want to see all this hat. So what we can do, oh, let's get our good ones out. What we can do, hello. Y'all, are y'all excited? I'm excited. We don't have much longer now. I'm ready. So these pieces come, and I usually just cut them up because they have all this really lovely little sparkly crystal on it. And you can kind of stick it in there, and we'll start to kind of build our base. Because although the hat top is there, we don't really want to see it. So we're going to take different little pieces and build that up. Let's see. Okay. We can also kind of bend them over a little bit like this. I like it. I like it. Okay. Now, a lot of this is going to get covered, okay? So you don't worry too much about what's showing. But I tend to like to make mine from the bottom up. Wait, what's that? What's that? You are too funny. That's what Katie says all the time. I don't have my depends. Don't make me laugh. Okay. We're going to kind of alternate. Good night, honey. Huh?
Good night, hardworking mom.
Thank you, hardworking dad. I had to tell you something that Carson said. So I got Carson these shirts because I was going to make him some shirts with this new printer I got. And I said, what do you want me to put on your shirt? And he said, I want hardworking kid. So he wants hardworking kid on it. All right. So these larger ones, I'm going to spread out a little bit so it doesn't look like I have too much. I may even cut that piece off. Let's do that. Did you hear what I said, honey?
Remember that?
Okay.
High back across his head, high back across. Now it's high mask, VR mask, high VR mask.
Okay.
What?
I asked Carson what he wanted me to put on his t-shirt, and he said he wanted hardworking kid.
Oh.
I thought that was cute. He is hardworking, y'all. He helps me with all my kids. He's such a good boy. Okay. So this thing came from Carolina Pottery. I love to get these because I just butcher them. I don't keep them together. I'll cut it up and use it. Okay. And don't worry, I know it looks a little bizarre right now, but it'll get there.
Good night.
Good night, honey. Oh, I know, I got my basket there. There you go. All right.
Bella's already sleeping.
I know, she's sacked out. Okay. Let me zoom in a little bit too so y'all can see what I'm doing better. Alright, there we go. So I'm just cutting pieces off and sticking them in the side. Now I'm not putting them right next to each other because we're going to have other stuff. It's like building to me it's kind of like making a cake. You know how you kind of put the first layer, then you put on the second layer. Okay. Woo! I'm glad I got out the stiff ones. Let's see. Alright, we need one more of these. So, I tell you what's really great is to get swags when they're on sale. And you can cut those suckers up. They're great to cut up. Alright. So now I'm going to start kind of bending and kind of stretching it a little bit. So I can kind of fill some of that in. Then I'll see where kind of I need a little bit more. Maybe here. Okay. Cut these off. Woo! That's tough. I know he does, right? I'm going to make him one, I promise. He has definitely earned it. When we get to where we have to roll all the ribbon up, he is the first one in there. And he will work until he is about to fall over. He is such a good boy. There. Oh, that's pretty. Look. Isn't that cool? Alright, so let's add a tiny little bit more right there. Okay. Here we go. Alright. Okay, so now we can start to build on top of that. Because I don't really like the hat part to be showing. It just doesn't look very good to me. If you can really see the hat part. Alright. I think we're going to put them right in the back. They're so cute with their little jingling. Okay. So this hat's going to be more like a centerpiece. Oh, I forgot to tell my mom I was live. Mom? Ma? I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. Haha, she was already aware. So apparently, I was stressing over nothing. Hey, Sherry. All right. Oh, I'm telling you. I couldn't do it without them. I'm just going to tell you. There's just no way. All right. So what I want to do is kind of build height and volume. All right, so when you're doing centerpieces, you kind of want to have your, let me make that bigger. You want to have your biggest piece and then kind of, you know, go down. All right. Woo, Lordy, I'm already hot. Oh, look at these cute picks I have. Oh, I love them. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited. I can't stand it. Okay. So some of this, thank you. Let's see, we're going to take some of this out. Okay. This is going to be some of our filler. So see, I get these picks and then I rip them apart because that's what I do. Okay. Okay. Y'all excited to learn little decoration stuff? Okay. Let's see if this is going to be big enough. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to do... Oh. I dropped one of the little balls in there. I'm going to do some kind of coming out like this. See if any of them are tall. Yes. Alright. So all we're doing now is starting to fill in the volume. So we've got our height. So now we just kind of want to fill in the volume and cover up any of this stuff. Good, how are you, Casey? Okay. Okay. It's really fun to make some bend over because in nature it's not going to be super straight, right? You can even bend these a little bit if you want. Okay. I'm going to put this one around the front, kind of bend it forward a little bit. We got one more. Let's put this one right down here. Okay, so this one's kind of coming forward. Alright, then we've got one more of this one left. This is what's on the bottom. I know, 8 more sleeps. I know, I was starting to think today, what am I going to take? What am I going to wear? Yep, I like that over there. Okay. It doesn't want to go in. Hold on. No, I never did. I used to make... I used to just do flower arrangements because I liked having flowers. I don't know. I don't know. No, I've never done anything professionally. Well, I'll take that back. I have been to so many of the sim shows, I can't even count. And they always talk about this stuff. So they give you lots of pointers and tips. And the majority of what they have are floral designers. So the floral designers come in and they'll tell you Like, that's how I learned about the height and stuff like that. So if you're going to be doing shows and things like that, it's best if you do ones on things you don't already know, so that you can expand your knowledge. That's also where I learned about, you know, bending things over to make it look more like natural, the way it looks in nature, and yeah. All from Sims. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the silent auction. I really haven't talked to Julie because she's on vacation. I'm sure we could ask. Okay, so I just put something right there. So what I'm starting to do is cover anything so we can't see inside there. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Let's put some of this in it. So these are little frosted sticks. I love these things. Let's see. Haha. It just kind of gives it a little bit of personality, something you wouldn't kind of expect. Okay. These came from Sims Pottery too. Now remember, you can order their stuff online. They haven't started bringing their Christmas out yet though. So, there we go. See how it's looking like a centerpiece? Okay. Let's see. We like this. I want to put a little bit more color in it because I love the greenery, but I don't want it to get too green. I'm not a fresh floral. I mean, I take that back. I used to be, but now I really like, you know, I like the fake stuff because it lasts longer, forever. Okay. So all we're really doing is grabbing some pieces to put some color in here. And we'll keep moving with the... Ooh, let's put some of this in. This is holly. It has little berries on it. Poor mama, she's back on antibiotics. Her stomach's not good, and that doesn't make things better. But I'll let her tell you how she feels. Okay. Then I'll put a little bit of this out here. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. How cute is that? Just like a little extra. Okay. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Okay. So see, once you get your focal point in, all you're really doing is adding filler and just kind of making sure that you cover things so that you can't see anything. So once you get past the part of getting your height, then it's really up to you what you put in it. There's no rules. Doesn't have to be a specific thing. Just put what you like. Okay? Okay. So what I'm going to do now is cover up some of these spots that are in here with some filler flour. Because you remember, pie makes you sick. Well, this is all fake stuff anyways. People are going to be able to see it from all angles, so you want to make sure that you're, you know. So does that mean you can't use any of this stuff? It's not, I don't think it's real. These aren't. Alright, let's add a little bit more. That would be tough. I would have trouble if I couldn't use this. There is so much greenery out there, though. You could really... There's a lot of stuff you could use instead. Whoop. Oh, I like that. Oh, isn't that cute? I'm so excited for you, Mel. That's so stinking exciting. Man, what a great thing. First you sell your house after we tell that realtor to behave herself. And then you find an apartment. I mean, wow. It's like awesome. I know that has to make you feel a lot better. Okay. So I like this because it has greenery, but it has this little red. So it adds a little bit more color, and it's a cute filler. All right. Let's see. I had that, but I don't really like that. No, not like that. We're still going to have to do a bow. So we're going to leave a little bit of room right here in the front to put our bow. I know, right? That agent. Has a pool? Girl, I'm coming to see you. I wish we had a pool. Man, I'd love to have a pool. I always wanted a pool. One of these days when I win the lottery, I'm getting a pool. I'm not going to hold my breath, but it sure would be fun. So I put a little bit more there. All right. Now let's see. Let's add a little bit more of this in the back. I want to get just a little bit more height on this side. Okay. So see, we have this piece over here. So this side looks a little unbalanced. So I need something that's going to balance that out. That's all you're really doing when you're doing these. You're just making sure you have balance. Okay, there we go. Okay. Ooh, that's cute. All right, let's put a few more little pine pieces in there. Now these are flocked. You don't have to use the flocked ones. I just happen to have a whole lot of flocked. So I thought I would use the flocked. Alright. So I'm going to put a little bit in here. Cover up some of this in here. Like that. Alright. Now let's put in some cute little decorations. We've got most of the filler in. Oh my gosh! I'm there. I'm there. Count me in. Oh, those are so cute. Okay. I have some really big. I figured they would be way too big. Oh, yeah. Those are too big. But these are good. We got all kinds of cute little picks here. So I kind of wanted to stick with the red and white. So that it would just be very easy to... Okay. Alright. Let's put that like that. Okay. Here we go. Let's put one on the side here. Okay. Right in here. And we're kind of kind of pull it out to the side like that. We're going to do one on the other side. I'm just kind of trying to give it a little width on it so that it's not kind of all contained in the center. So the rule of thumb, okay, the rule of thumb that I learned at Sims is you should have, however high you have, you should have at least half that in your width. So you want to make sure you don't get too like in the center, because then your balance will be off. So if you have it, let's say this is 20 inches tall, you want at least 10 inches wide. That helps to kind of balance it out. So you see how it looks a little bit more balanced because it's wide and tall. So, all right. Now, let's make a bow, and then we'll probably put some more stuff in. Who said that? Amanda! I knew it! I knew that was Amanda. Girl. You're so bad. Okay, let's make a bow. So we're going to save that for Thursday. Thursday we're going to come on, what did I say? 8 o'clock, because Rita goes on at 9. That way she can be on here with us. So you're going to need, let's see, what are you going to need? You're going to need spackle, you know, the stuff you fix the walls with. You're going to need cupcake liners. A cupcake pan is really good to have. You need the gaps and crack foam, preferably the one that's kind of yellow. Angel bows! I love that! Okay, we're also going to use one of Chris's little signs. Isn't that cute? I thought that would be cute, like on the bow or something. Or maybe we'll put it up here. Oh, that would be cute. Oh no! I understand. It gets easier, Pat, I promise. Besides, your stuff's amazing. What are you talking about? Oh, look at this one. We're going to put that one in, but let's stick with our thing and make our bow, because I'm going to be like distracto. Okay. Okay. And I couldn't find my mail apron. I've got to figure out where I put it. All right. So this is what I was thinking about. I was thinking with this sign, I'm not sure. I was thinking about gluing it on there and see how that works. So we're going to try it. So this is an indoor thing. So we're going to leave it there and see how that works. I don't generally like to glue on metal, but we're going to try it. Since it's so small and it's not very heavy. Don't you hate that? Alright, I'm going to set it over there. Alright, let's make a bow. I have, look at this stinking cute ribbon. It's little elfie legs. So we're going to do little elfie legs with a little bit of this and a little bit of this. We're just going to pattern it up. These are both from Sims. They're out now. Okay, so this one here, crap. Where's my glasses? I got them. Okay, here we go. Alright, this one is T TR33609-219. This one's only $11. This one is almost $12. It's X501809-525. Did I get this one from Sims? Yes, I did. All right. TR60540-17. Oh, those legs. Those came from Sims too. I'll see if I can find that little tag. All right. Now, let's make us a bow. All right. Thank you, thank you. So I don't want to make it too big. So let's do like, what? 5-inch? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to do 5-inch. Oh, let's do the fun thing on the Bodabra. So if you want to make a 5-inch loop, you can measure out to 10. Well, let's measure like maybe 6-inch little tail, okay? Then you can measure out to 10. That's where your 5 is. Okay, I am not going to twist it because this is a pattern. Remember, when we do our patterns, we want to make sure our patterns... Now, it doesn't even look like it stayed in the same direction. Hold on. You want to make sure your pattern stays in the same direction. So if you're having trouble with figuring out like what a 5-inch loop is, measure out to 10 inches and that should be your 5-inch loop. Okay? Because you're folding it in half. Alright. So we go over and then under. Just like that. And that keeps our pattern. That keeps our pattern in the same direction. Like that. Then I just make sure my little things match. Trim off my little tail. We're going to put it in our Bodabra. And let's get out a red pipe cleaner. There we go. Okay, so that's all we're going to use of this. Because you don't want your bow to take over. Ew, isn't that cute? I love this so much. Alright, so we did 2. Let's do 1 with this. So about 6-inch again. We're going to do 5-inch again. Is that about 5? Let's see. Yep, okay. Listen, you don't have to measure exactly. It's not going to matter if it's off a tiny bit. Alright, so we're going to do 1 of this. I like this one. Okay. Then we're going to do... And I'll tell you what, after you've been doing these for a little while, you'll find that you really don't even have to measure. You just kind of know what's a 5-inch, what's a 6-inch. You just get used to it. And trust me, when I started, I didn't think that was ever going to be the case because I stunk at it. So if you're having trouble with it, just remember you got to keep practicing. It does get better. Alright, so we're making 2 of this. And this is the easiest way to make a bow. Alright, so all we're doing is we're taking it, we're pinching it, put it in between our finger and our thumb, make our loop, so this loop goes under. So the whole purpose is to keep that pretty pattern on the top. So that's why you're doing it that way. And then, so the other side automatically comes out on the ugly side. So that time, you pull it over. You just make sure they match. That's it. This makes every bit as pretty bow as making it with any of the bow makers. And you don't have to twist. It's easier to hold it in your hand. So, I like it. Alright, so we're just going to take our bow out. We're going to put our little pipe cleaner around it. Alright, just kind of in the center. Well, not that kind of center. So we did 2 loops, 1 loop, 2 loops, 1 loop. Okay? Alright, so I'm just going to tie it as tight as I can. Okay. Now, with your ribbon, kind of pull it like that. And then it kind of gets it easy. It makes it easier to kind of move it around. And I'm going to tell you, this is something it took me a while to learn. If you will, kind of move it like that. So you want to make sure that your loops are tight, because if they're not tight, if it's not tight in that bow maker, or I mean in that wire or whatever you're using, it's going to come loose. But they work a lot better if you just really kind of pull them around like that. Alright, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to make my little dovetails. Alright. Whoop. So I don't need big tails because we're going to be putting this in our arrangement. Alright, so we got our bow. It's going to go like right in here. Okay. So what we can do is, let's see, let's make sure we left a big enough space. Okay. Alright, so there's 2 ways. I promise it is. I promise if you keep practicing, you'll be exactly the same as I am before you know it. And hey, if you did not send me your address for some of that free practice ribbon, do it. Because I'm going to start going down the list and sending ribbon as I am using these kits. Because I end up, I'll show you, look here. This box is the example of one. You see this? You see all this ribbon in here? This is all extras from kits, and I'm just turning it everywhere in my house. I would rather y'all get ribbon you can practice with. So make sure you send me your address, okay? Just send it to my email, and then I can keep up with it. And before you know it, your bows are going to look awesome. Okay. Now, this is what you can do with this. And there's a couple ways you can do this. Alright? One way you can do is you can take one of your sticks. Alright? Let's see how far. Alright, it needs to go in at least this far. So I'm going to mark it right there, just so I kind of know. And then I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to put some glue right here on my stick. I'm going to take my pipe cleaner, and I am going to twist it around where that glue is. Okay? So I'm gluing it on to this stick. And and I am twisting at the same time. Okay, I'm going to pop it off up here. All right. This is the easiest way to do it if you don't have a steel pick machine. That's very important. Make sure you put some glue on the end so that it does not pop off later. Alright, so we're going to let that dry for a minute. Let's see how our sign did. Oh my gosh, it did so good. Look! It's on there. We're good. I think because it's so lightweight, it's not a problem. And the sticks are going to be hidden by all this stuff. Okay? Okay. Now, we're just going to take our stick, get a little glue on it. Alright. We're going to put it in there and seat it down. So then our bow is able to kind of stand out from the arrangement a little bit. So you can see it's not really shoved down in there, but you can still see it. Whoops, I caught one of my little candies. There. Oh, that's so cute. All right, let's figure out where we want to put our sign. All right, so our sign, I kind of want our sign to be where you can see it. Oh, that is so stinking cute. All right, so you can see this sign here. So let's do this. When that happens, a little trick, two different things you can do. Okay, one thing is you can get some of your floral tape, all right, and just cover it up. Okay. The other thing you can do if you don't have any floral tape is to just glue a pipe cleaner right on in the front. Okay. That way, when somebody looks in there, they're not going to see, like, you know, ugly stick. Right? Alright, so let's put some glue on this sucker. Alright, I'm going to put it. Let's see. I want it to go. Okay. Back here a little bit. Oh, that's so cute. Alright, let me pull it back a little bit so I can make sure you can see it. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I can kind of see the back, so cover that up. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Alright. Let's add this little guy. I like this little guy. Maybe over here. Yeah, no ugly sticks. Exactly. Yeah, that wouldn't look so cool. Since we've already done all this cute stuff. There. Oh. Do we like it? I like it. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so you can't really see inside there. Can't see anywhere around it. So that's what you're looking for. You just want to make sure. See, this is what I did to the sign. I just put some of the tape all the way up to the top. And then all you see down here is the little floral tape. Isn't this cute? What do you think, Mama? Thank you. I do too. It's cute. Now, I love making these things. I haven't made something like this in a while. This is probably going to give little Miss Amanda some ideas. She's my centerpiece girl. So if there's any areas that you see that you think need a little bit, just add it in. I'm going to add just a tiny little bit back here in the back because I want to cover some of that stick. Okay? Let's put this back here. But see, we have all kinds of cool little elements coming out, giving it the width. And so it's cute. No matter where you sit in the table, you're still going to see something cute. You can even put some of these little things like in the back. So it's really good for like a table, right? And these things like this, are so popular at craft fairs because not everybody's going to want to take a wreath home, but everybody wants to decorate their table. Yep, you could absolutely paint the stick. You sure could. What about the price? Okay, so I would price this probably about $90 up to like maybe $120. So you can sell centerpieces for more than you can. It's a little bit easier, I think, to get a bigger price for a centerpiece. The sign came from Affordable Wreath Signs from Chris. There we go. I wanted to make sure I could see that sign. Yeah, Affordable Wreath Signs. Which pick? So the legs came from Sims. The ribbon came from Sims. These picks right here that had the little candy cane things in them, those came from Sims. Let's see here. It's it just says, oh no, these must be from Carolina Pottery. It just says 33-inch peppermint candy spray. See, y'all just need to come see me and go to Carolina Pottery because they have the stuff. Now this one came from Sims. The holly bush, that came from Sims. This came from Sims. These came from Carolina Pottery. These little stick things are really great. They only have them out at Christmas, so I usually try to grab a whole bunch of them. Thank you. I like it. I think it turned out good. Yeah, so that's why I kind of stuck with just the red and white with a little green kind of thrown in. So that helps it kind of make sure all of my pieces will work together. So let's just see. I think I need just a little tiny piece right there. I was seeing a hole. Alright. I'm just going to kind of glue a little piece in here to give it just a little bit of width right there. Yep, that did it. Perfect! Yep, sometimes if you'll just kind of look and see if you can find any little areas, you can just take little leftover pieces and glue them to pieces that are already in there, and then that fixes it without you having to use a whole piece. Awesome! Awesome. Oh, so I know, road trip. I got it last week. Now the hat came from Carolina Pottery. So that came, I got this last year. Oh no! That stinks. I'm sorry, that just stinks. I hate it when Facebook is being a butt. Sometimes they just are a butt. Yeah, so the stuff from Carolina Pottery came from last year, but the stuff from Sims is new. So I just was there, and I just got a lot of this stuff. Like this. This came from Hobby Lobby, but I just got it. Let's see, is there anything else that I added in? No, see, this came from Sims last year, but they already have them out. That's good. Ross, He sneaks in there and shuts his door. He's so funny. Okay, so let's talk about Thursday. Okay, so on Thursday, we are going to make up for Bow Sunday. Do y'all want to do a Zoom or do you want to do a live? We're going to do lollipops. We're going to do cupcakes. So you want some of this stuff. You want some sprinkles, you know, some little glitter of your choice. Yeah, it should come up that way. It sure should. I know, we need to do that. Let's see. Let me see if I already have the fabric. I can't remember if I got the fabric or not. Okay. Let's see what I got. No, I haven't gone to get out the fabric yet. Okay. But this is what you need for the lollipops. Alright, for the lollipops, you need some string and you need some fabric. So the reason I like to do it with fabric is because you can, yeah, that's them. That's foam. So we'll use this on the, these. Alright, so I got these little holes from Hobby Lobby. Live? Okay. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to paint it and we're going to put some Mod Podge on it and then we're going to put these beads on it to make donuts. So we're going to make donuts because these are popular this year. So you could make these, right? And you could put a little wire through them. This could be an ornament. It could go on a centerpiece in a wreath. So we're going to do donuts with these and some paint. I'll probably do like pink paint or brown paint. We're going to do some lollipops with some string and fabric. The other way you can do it, they're on, what time zone? They're on Central. So the other thing you can do with the string, if you can find like a red string and a white string, you can do just kind of put the two strings together and then you start rolling them like this. Okay, so you can do it either way. The other way you can do it is to get long pieces of foam. You know, the little foam that you can cut up. And there was something else. We were going to do the cupcake. You need spackle for that, and you need gap foam. We're going to be doing some hats soon. So to do the hats, you need some cardboard, either from, yes, the beads are from Hobby Lobby. So you need some cardboard either from like a leftover roll, and you need some of the styrofoam. The one that I like is the one you get at the Dollar Tree. It's that kind of short one. So that's what we're going to use. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of string. You just want it to be at least fairly substantial so that you can glue something around it. So what we're going to do is glue the fabric around it. And the reason I like to do this is because it's very easy to roll it. I just think it comes out really cute. Oh, like this. Okay, so you need one of these little styrofoam things from the Dollar Tree. Now, we're not going to use all of it. We're just going to use part of it. But that's what you make the hats with. That's what I make the hats with. And then you need either like felt or fabric. And then something to make like a little edging so that you can cover where you're gluing stuff on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So hopefully that'll give y'all an idea of what to get. And I have some other things I'm going to show y'all, but I don't want to tell you yet. I want to get all my supplies so I can tell y'all what supplies to get. And then I'll tell you. All right, y'all. Did y'all have any questions? Yeah, I got these at Hobby Lobby, so you should definitely be able to get them there. Yeah. Wonderful. This was fun. Thank you for joining us, Amanda. If you're still on here. Thank y'all so much. Lordy, I tell you, it gets so hot in here. It's this thing. Okay, so Sunday we're going to do just the regular time. So for you, it would be 1 o'clock. Yeah, I sure will. Jess, I'll message you. Thank you, Brenda. You still having fun? Yes, we can just do a live. Okay, and that way you can save it. Yeah, we can do that. Not a problem. Sunday we'll do our regular Bow Sunday, and Monday we will do our regular Monday because I'm not leaving till Tuesday. On Thursday we're going to be in here at 8 o'clock. Okay, so I'll try and remember to post kind of the supplies again. You do? Oh, that's exciting. I know I have to go get my stuff and get them started tomorrow because it can take a little while for them to dry. So if you want to do it ahead of time, all you do is it's better if you have a cupcake, pan. Put your cupcake liner in there and put just a squirt, just a little bit of that gaps and cracks. Okay, so you don't even want it to be halfway because it's going to rise and you don't want it to go way over. Okay, and then you just want to let it dry 24 hours. So if y'all want to do that ahead of time, you can. I'll have ones made, and then we'll go through one. And then the other thing you need is you need spackle. So get light, cheap spackle that you can get like in a big container. The trick with spackle is that you are going to mix it with craft paint. So like if you want yours to be like pink, then get some red, green, blue, whatever color you want to use. Okay, and what we'll do is we will mix it in. If it's not thick enough, you add just a little bit of flour, and that makes the spackle thicker. And then you get a piping bag. If you don't have a tip, what you can do is just get a big Ziploc plastic bag, and you just cut off the tip, and you put your stuff down in there, and then you can pipe it on that way. I have the big tips because I have them from when I did that Wilton's class thing. But you don't have to have that, right? So you can go get really cheap ones from Walmart, and then you just use the gallon-size bags, gallon-size Ziploc bags. Your spackle is pink and turns white when dry. Yeah, I know, mine does that too. But you know what? It's not going to matter because you're going to add in the color and the color will stay in it. So just get the really cheap, light, thin spackle. Like I think even the Dollar Tree has some. So that's what you need. And then we'll put, we'll kind of spackle it up. And then we'll put a little bit of our glitter on it. Yep, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Awesome. Hey, Sweet Pea. Look what we made. Isn't that cute? All right, y'all. Well, I will see y'all on Thursday at 8 o'clock. And then, of course, I'll see you on Sunday and Monday. All right, so y'all have a good night. I would just get, what I usually do is get like a fairly large one because you want to have enough to mix and put in your little, these in the back? They came from Amazon, and they're on my influencers list. So awesome. All right, y'all. Well, I'll see you on Thursday. So, Sue, I would just say you want at least 8 ounces. So, it depends on how many cupcakes you want to do. But I would say at a minimum, you want 8 ounces. Okay? All right. I'll see y'all on Thursday. Bye, y'all. Thank you.